real estate investor in Indianapolis, and I got to make a few runs today. Also work a W-2 job, so if that doesn't sound familiar, it's just a regular job where you work for somebody. So I'm actually heading to the bank right now because two of my bank accounts, they like to be difficult. So they made it to where I can't do a bank-to-bank transaction. So I actually have to go to one, do an ATM withdrawal, and go to the other one. Here's Cardinal Ritter High School. It's like one of the older high schools in the city. This is, I believe that's 34th Street. What street we're on? This is close to Speedway, Indiana, which you might be familiar with. For the Speedway, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which is oddly enough not considered in Indianapolis. It's considered Speedway, Indiana, which it's named after. And it sounds kind of weird, but the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is in Speedway, Indiana, home of the Speedway, whatever. And then after this, we're going to look at an apartment building. And then I got to stop by a tenant's house to fix a fan. Typically, I wouldn't do that, a ceiling fan, but I'm not paying somebody a couple $100s to come and do what I can do for next to nothing, unless I have to replace it. But regardless, I'm in the area anyway, so that's the main reason why I'm doing it. There's a lot of this is Kessler Boulevard. This is a nice little strip here with the trees. A lot of people in this neighborhood have probably been here for a while. And this is about time for school kids, so I have to be vigilant of that. These are a lot of ranch homes with big lots, which I grew up in a ranch style home, and we had a decent sized lot. It wasn't nothing big, but it wasn't nice as this. These are pretty expensive houses. Well manicured yards. You don't see any trash around, but we are coming up on what is considered probably one of the least desirable corridors in Indianapolis, 38th Street. Pretty much from one end to the other, it's probably considered one of the more rougher areas. So I mean, it's hit and miss, and if you're from there, then you're from there. It's probably not a problem, but not everybody is thrilled as other people about being there, especially at nighttime. It's kind of even when I was coming up, when I was younger, it was kind of the hangout spot. So you get a lot of sometimes troublemakers. Sometimes just people trying to have fun. But either way, oh man, I don't want to go west, but it's the way it's taking me, so not do that. We're gonna go further, and this is why I should have put my GPS in, because I am not most familiar with this area, to be honest. But Indianapolis is a real simple city. When you're inside the city, inside the circle, which is the 465 circle, you pretty much can drive in any direction and you're going to end up on the major interstate, which is not where we want to get to, because it's quite a bit of ways. Now you get even more expensive houses. That neighborhood just got a little more expensive, and probably got to turn around. see if I can go up a little farther and just cut straight down. I mean, you're even getting to like mansion style houses here. You're kind of going away from the ranch style. We're gonna go down 44th Street, which wish me luck because I don't know. So this is gonna take me further out east, but I'm not sure exactly how far before it turns into something else. This is a little blinding, but yeah. This is definitely big money stuff here. I know you can't really see the houses, but these are all probably like acre plus houses. I mean, there's like a damn state golf course over there. It might even be, I don't know. They do got some mid-century homes over here, which I really like. A little more character, and just some cool stuff. I mean, I like where I'm from on the west side, but each side of town kind of has its own architecture in a lot of ways. I guess ways just kind of built, and the west side was very working class in a lot of the areas. To this day, it still really is. I feel like a majority of the good manufacturing jobs are out west. They're starting to be pushed out a little more to the suburbs, but regardless, west side's always going to be the best for me. But as far as some of the architecture, it has some, but even like the east side is one of the less desirable sides of town, just a little more crime, a little bit more economically distressed, but it has some of the most, these houses are amazing, by the way. I wish you guys could see most of these houses, but out there they have some of the greatest houses, just like I could just imagine when they was built. And I really like being over there looking at some of the stuff they have. But once again, everything's kind of got its pocket. And you know, who said in the city you can't drive in some wilderness? This is literally minutes from downtown. And I mean, you can see what you get here. And we'll come out on the other side. And I am not saying I'm lost, but I completely am not going the way I'm supposed to be going. But I am getting closer to 38th Street, which I think that's 38th Street right there. Now I'm back 38th Street. Now you will get to see the opposite side of the wealth spectrum. Not to say some of these houses ain't nice, but they're not as nice. Well, first we'll go by a really cool cemetery here. It's called Crown Hill Cemetery. It's probably the biggest one in Indianapolis. I'm not exactly sure. But it's definitely got some historical figures that was buried there. I can't think of them off the top of my name, but they're there. They ain't going nowhere. So do research if you're interested. But now we are on 38th Street, so people are going to, on this street, tend to be very aggressive. So if I do a little less talking, just stay with me because I'm here. But like I said, aggressive and turn signals are optional. So it's a 3-lane. One of the lanes is a little small. I do own a property over here, and the property I'm looking at today is actually right down the street from here. So Everybody's listening to the new Cardi B, so guess they're enjoying that. When this light turns green, it is going to be a racetrack. But we got the Hemi, so I'm going to be first. But the cemetery is literally on the left of me. They use the turn signal, so I was wrong. But on a street like this, everybody's literally racing to the next stop sign. Like I said, my first stop of the day is the bank. Gotta do a quick little in and out there. And as I talk about all this architecture, you guys probably literally can't see nothing on the Some new gum. There's one of the few tall buildings that stick out on this street. Completely random. It's an apartment building. But there it is. City View Apartments. And you will see plenty of police. So let's just count them. That's one. There's an ambulance. Getting over or not? Come on, man. This person next to me is getting really impatient to get past this car that's not getting over. But realistically, nobody's moving, so it's kind of irrelevant. But well, I'm heading up to the bank here in a second, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. If you do catch this on the recording and you like real estate, go ahead and follow the channel.